Good afternoon, adventurers, and welcome to Magical Synth Adventure. Today we're going to learn how to use a Commodore Amiga as a guitar pedal. All sorts of weird and wonderful lo-fi effects. Things that you might actually put money down for, you know, these days. With all of the bizarre lo-fi pedal manufacturers coming out of the woodwork. So I'm going to start with a little recap of the Amiga sound chip and what allows us to do this trickery, basically. Enjoy.
Amiga sound output, power sound chip, 4 channels of PCM playback, 2 channels pan left and 2 pan right, variable sample rate up to 8-bit to 8 kHz, hardware 8 MFM between channels, polyphonic sample playback with little CPU overhead, real-time soft synths from 1985 onwards. Amiga sound input, many parallel port sampler cartridges exist. These are essentially 8-bit AD converters. Mono or stereo options are available. Instead of sampling sound to RAM for use in your next jungle remix, some applications could sample your input in real time, add an effect, and then let Paul play the result. All of this years before any other home computer.
So before we actually kind of get onto the effects, let's hear what the guitar sounds just straight through the Amiga. My beloved Esquire, isn't she a beaut, is going in to this Zoom multi-stomp. It's just adding a tiny bit of compression, nothing else really, and boosting the volume a bit because Amiga samplers, as we'll see in a little while, they like a boosted signal to get as much of the 8-bit 28 kHz bandwidth as possible. There is a bit of noise, there's a bit of noise present on the signal. And that's because we're literally using an 8-bit DAC running at 28 kHz. So it's gonna add all this sort of background glitchy noise. So I wouldn't recommend using this live. I might do at some point. That would be crazy. Using like one Amiga to play back the music and another Amiga as the effects pedal. Tell me in the comments if you want me to do that. But yeah, in the studio, there's all sorts of ways of getting rid of your hum and hiss, isn't there? So you should be okay. And anyhow, if you really put in a low signal, you get a free effect. You get kind of a free downsampling bit crusher effect anyway. With these soft notes, can you hear that? Wow. So this program I actually saw on eBay. It hadn't come up in like my usual kind of searches for music software. It's called the Real-Time Sound Processor 2. And it's got a bunch of cool effects in. Let's dive into a few of them. So what I like about this one is there's like a proper kind of algorithmic kind of, you know, display telling you where your signal, the left signal in my case, is going. And you can also, you know, change the sample rate of things. This is literally just the delay algorithm. It's just a simple delay. I'm just gonna... There are stereo effects, we'll get to those in a minute. But let's just start with this delay just to see what we can do. Quite like that. Very, very simple delay. Doesn't even have feedback on it, but if you do turn down the sample rate to 2000, wow. You have to turn the delay time down if you are gonna change the sample rate. The sampler cartridge I'm using initially is the Technosound Turbo, which came out sort of in the middle of many sampler cartridges in a shootout in an old Amiga magazine. But I think it sounds pretty decent. I've also got a Perfect Sound here. Now the Perfect Sound works in a slightly different way. And it's not compatible with all the software. So you would ideally want like a Technosound or something like that for most of these. Let's go to the parent. Sure. We'll have a go at AM modulator. That mod rate's a bit fast. Let's pop the mod rate down a little. It's very nice, I like it. And we can of course change if we want to other LFO waveforms, so and of course if you go up to the really high rates, I assume you get kind of amplitude modulator, kind of tones. Let's go for distortion. We like a bit of distortion. No idea how bad this is going to be. Trash. So I really like this cross-chorus sound because you can put a delay between the chorused version filter should be interesting. Okay. Crazy. I don't know what it's doing. I think we got to kind of just slightly turn the gain down. Another flavour of distortion seems to be happening here, which is cool. So this is the kind of octave up shifter, and there's a little bit of kind of glitch in the path. It's not very smooth, but I've heard much worse. I wonder if, you know, making the delay time longer. I love it, honestly. So let's have like an intermediate delay time. I absolutely love that shifter, and of course we can turn the sampling rate down. We can turn the sampling rate down. Oh dear. Wild, absolutely wild. When you see something called reverse pitch shift, and it's on a 16-bit computer from 1992, you're going to just have to click it, aren't you? You literally are just going to have to click it. So it's a reverse delay into a pitch shifter. Real-time sound processor is really, really good. But there are others. There are other Amiga effects programs. Just load up my music drawer. Treg 1.5 has variable echo, variable reverb, and variable synth. I'm sure it's of use to someone. Variable synth depth and speed. Dalek ring modulator sounds. But then you've got things like tunnel reverb. Possibly the cheapest reverb what's it doing I've ever heard, but you know, it's got something to it. Variable delay. Nice little delays. Flange, which seems to be another fuzz. David O'Reilly did that. But his version 2 of Treg, the real-time effects generator, was totally different. Totally different UI, totally different code, and totally different effects. We've got to set the directory, which is a bit of a ball ache. But once done, they all come up. There we go. I really like the chorus on this one. It's very nice. The distortion on here, well, another flavour of trashy fuzz, basically, the distortion on here. And then we've got metallic. Crossfade. Crossfade's great. So Treg and Treg 2 pretty good, you know. Sometimes you don't even need to play anything in to get weird sounds. So the classic Technosound, which most of us had back in the day. And we can go to effects. English. Clear the sample memory. Let's go to effects. Things like Dalek and intoxication and voice synthesis and stuff. Dalek. Love it. So they were fun. Got to switch off for a second to change to the perfect sound. So this is by far the craziest stuff on the Amiga. This is this is Glow and Guard software collection. I'm going to start with Harm. Harm, you know, is a harmonizer. It works better with perfect sound.
Okay, I'm just going into settings, please.
Okay, love you. It should be fine then. See you in a bit.
It'll be about 4-ish, yeah?
Okay, Brill. Love you.
Okay, bye.
2-channel harmonizing. That is cool. Just by moving the trackball, really fun. One channel harmonizing. I'm actually changing the chorus rate with the trackball. That's really fun. You've heard of a whammy, but have you heard of using a trackball to control your pitch of your guitar? Interpolate. Slow down. Absolutely wild. Wild, absolutely wild low and guard harmonizer. Backwards harmonizing. Thank you so much for watching today. I know it's been some really wild experimental sounds and most of you probably stopped watching after 2 minutes. But you know, I thought this stuff was cool and you know, it could be used in a composition kind of sparingly. And it shows you, you know, what power is still in these computers from 1990, 1991. Mine isn't that upgraded, it's just got a 6830 processor in it, so pretty much any Amiga can do the kind of things I've been showing. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time on Magical Synth Adventure. Oh, and yeah, I'm on Patreon. Please chuck your dollars my way. Thanks.